Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to my channel. The, the Underrated Dark is yours truly. The number one grinder, the best of the business. Be putting it down for a minute. One of the best kept secrets on here. This is the Underrated MMA Sports Talk number 19. We're gonna bring the brother Watcher and brother George in a few minutes. Welcome, Sister Beach in the building. Thanks for coming. It's going down. I know he missed 2 weeks. I suffer a loss going on to almost a week and a half of my late second oldest brother, poor T. Thomas. So I'm still coping with that. Thanks for your continued condolences. That is very much appreciative. All right. Let me read this, and I'm gonna hit the intro. We're gonna get it cracking. All right, so just come on in. We got a lot of MMA. We got a lot of MMA and some surprise too. We read this off. Come and join real conversation with the number one grinder, us as the righteous ones. Individually, let's make a change within ourselves. And genuine, being there for each other. We all we got. Remember, y'all, we all we got. So let's take this off. Oh my goodness, okay. It's all right. And this is the Underrated MMA Sports Talk. Number 19, we got the Watcher from Down Under. One and only George Page. Both MMA extraordinaires. But then Brother Watcher, boxer extraordinaire too. Brother George, the Emperor of female bodybuilding. So we got them going. We got a lot of stuff happening. So we gonna intro. Yo, after I hit this intro, we gonna get down on the grind away. Like my late mother said, there it is.
What y'all thought y'all wasn't gonna see me? I'm the Osiris of this shit.
Check this out.
Perfect.
Rise, champion. The way of the warrior. Champion eyes. Get back up. My spirit cries.
But you're a well-rounded warrior. You keep on fighting. That's what I am. Well-rounded warrior. I say for me, I've been passed over with my family, my fans, so-called family, some so-called family members, some friends, and etc. Pass over me. They feel that I'm not even there. And I used to accept it as I'm gonna prove something to you. Nah. That I have to understand when I get older is what I am. And I have to understand that when I'm moving of a certain space of my life to strive to do better, not that many people is going to understand your vision. Not many people is refused to understand the growth of your vision, of your self-vision. The growth of your vision help some. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're gonna introduce to the family. Brother Watcher from down under. Also, Brother George. Introduce yourselves, please, brothers. Welcome, 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 welcome.
What's up, man? Good to be back here, man.
Yeah,
Thanks for
great to
having me
be
on.
back here. Thank you. Thanks for your continued condolences from you, Brother Watcher, and Big Head George. You need to speak up.
I like your jokes, underrated grinder. If you know me, I am all the rage. I am the Joker. Also, I'm the perfect sage. And yes, I am the emperor of female bodybuilding talk.
Yeah.
And you have a plan. How you doing, brother? How you doing?
Oh yeah. Joseph side though too. Y'all need to go to his channel. He got some bodybuilders. I'm not saying they look kind of choicey, man. I know some of them be looking like man. I'm just letting you know. But the one the dark skin one you had like, bro, you gotta talk after the show. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm just saying.
I just finished doing one of my comparison videos. It's called Sex Appeal, Flex Appeal, Sex Appeal, where I take, I pick some women who are very attractive women. I took two sisters, one lady from Georgia, one lady from Texas, and they're if you check it out, they're very attractive young ladies, and I think you might really enjoy looking at them.
Well, I mean, like you supposed to tell me. I supposed to get first dad, bro. You promised me, bro. You know what I mean?
All I gotta do is, like I said, I put the information in the description. Just reach out. But like I said, this is my rule. I tell anybody when I do interviews with these ladies, I tell them no D pics. Be respectful. Some of these ladies are married.
That's right. No, none of those pics here.
No.
I'm just saying, yo, bro. Look how fun no one grinding. I'm on your side. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. But you know what we gonna do? I want you to go more about lady bodybuilding, maybe like towards the end of the show, okay?
All right.
Because I want people to know about, because I want we're gonna incorporate the one and only Brother Watcher from down under, my brother. Brother Watcher.
Yeah, man. We're back at it.
Yeah, man.
And salute to All the Rage George. It's good to have you on, man. Yeah, man. Freaking what are we touching on? We touching on the UFC?
Man, we touching on everything. I missed 2 weeks. We gotta catch it up. Yeah. And then we can incorporate this. Wherever it is, let's talk about it, all right?
Well, good morning to you, Brother Watcher.
Good morning. Yeah, good morning to you, man.
All good. Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you.
Yeah, because I did it.
I know you're having your cup of coffee now.
No, that's a pasta.
And a biscuit.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Like, what was last week's UFC? Because this week was Barboza. Last week was Gastelum.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It was a Gastelum fight.
Yeah.
I guess we could talk about that.
Yeah, let's go.
So, yeah, man. I don't know, man. Gastelum. That's what, 5 now. You take away the Ian Heinisch win. It's just not looking good. And Jared Cannonier is, he's kept his spot. He got the win. I did, however, think that, it was kind of, I think the last fight with Whitaker, he was worried about getting caught with something. But he ate the shots that Kelvin hit him with. He ate the shots. And because he used to be a heavyweight, he has that confidence in taking a shot like that.
Mm-hmm.
I thought Cannonier looked good. I think Gastelum, his footwork fails him. It really does. He brings his feet together too much when he steps. And again, I don't see why he can't make 170. But for me, Cannonier, he's looking for that title shot. It's just, he needs that one win to really pull through. But yeah, he dropped Gastelum hard. And he did it from a southpaw position. He changed and boom, he dropped him, which was impressive to me. You know, you don't see a whole lot of fighters able to do that because you have guys that switch and then they get kicked in the leg real hard and then they switch back. You know, but yeah, that was a good one. You know, I thought Gastelum. I don't know where he goes from here, man, but
Yeah.
I'll have to see.
Yeah, I think he's probably like burnt out. I mean, he's not going to be ever going to be Izzy. They might throw Robert Whitaker at him. You know, see how he does against him. You know, Luke Rocco just fought last night, so they might just see. You know, I don't think did Luke win his fight.
He fought last night.
Yeah, he supposed to.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I think they had it was Vegas 35. It's supposed to be last night, or it was supposed to be. I knew he was supposed to be fighting, but I know I heard he was coming back, and he said he was supposed to fight this guy. I forgot the guy's name, and because they had because I didn't watch it because it was a total sausage fest, and I did heard that he supposed to have been fighting either it was last night or I think he was fighting soon, but I think he's supposed to fight
He's
like
fighting. He's fighting on the pay-per-view, 266, I think.
okay 266. So he didn't fight last night, so that's 266. Yeah, ooh, yeah, but possibly if Luke Rockhold don't win his fight, then he'll probably fight Luke Rockhold. You know, because it's been a while since Luke Rockhold fought. It's been almost like maybe a couple of years. Yeah, he must have just been modeling.
Oh, before we go into let's get this out the way, and then we're gonna continue because we got a lot to cover. The Jack Jeremy said who you got to fight tonight on John Paul and Woodley. Who y'all got?
Woodley.
Okay. Brother Watcher.
Man, I really hope Woodley wins, but I don't know, man. I can't watch that fight tonight. I'm gonna probably get frustrated with the outcome. I want Woodley so bad, man. I don't think he's gonna. I hope he does, man.
I got Woodley.
Yeah, I think if he really does pretty good at this, he can make a business out of boxing. There's not that many UFC fighters that switch from MMA to boxing. If he has successful and he beats or dominates Jake Paul, then he can have a future.
Yeah, and yeah, let's understand. Willie do got heavy hands on each hand. He do got heavy hands. He can punch it, but I'm gonna say this, and we're gonna get right back into MMA because we got a lot to cover and everything. We're gonna cover the best that we can, family. So just bear with us. I would say this that Jake Paul body, been looking suspect for a while. He always had acne and all like that, and we know about acne. But that acne he got look very suspect, and then all his bumps is all about red. Look ready to bust out something. I don't know that look like he sipping and take some PEDs and everything. I'm just saying now.
100%. He never used to look like that.
Yeah.
Right, do you right? Okay.
Yeah, the big question is it sanctioned? Because if it is, he's supposed to be tested. Like just like if you're MMA and most boxing, they're supposed to test you.
It is tested.
So either he got something that's very foreign that's not recognizable yet, or he's drinking straight horse piss.
I mean, look at the guys that freaking he's hanging around with. You know what I mean?
That's true. Yeah.
Who's hanging around with?
I mean, he's hanging around with Jay Leon Love.
Yeah.
He didn't. I don't think he tested for steroids, but you know what I mean. Like BJ Flores, he's suspect as well. Then you got these other guys in camp who have come from wrestling backgrounds, associated with some WWE guys.
Oh yeah, Brock Lesnar.
He just never looked like that. He looks taller when he puts his sneakers on. I'll say that.
Must have lips.
I'm just saying that his bumps look real red. Look like wherever he bends over, look like them bumps is going to pus out a PED cream. That's all I know.
I think his brother Logan was on an episode of Dr. Pimple Popper. Maybe Jake should be on there too.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, you look
I
at it,
don't.
look nasty, man. I'm like, come on, and his face, in certain parts, his face is like different colors. If you really see it, he looks real suspect. I'm telling y'all.
And I know
You should have seen when Woodley asked him on that Showtime video where he said, "You're looking kind of big. You got like a lot of lumps on your body and everything." And he like
Mm-hmm.
said to Jake Paul, "Are you taking steroids? Are you on PEDs?" And then you should see Jake's face. Like that looked like he looked so guilty. Like
Guilty, right? Exactly, man. But what we gonna do, right? We're gonna hold off on that, and then if y'all want to talk about like towards the end of the show, we could do that. How's that sound?
that's cool.
easy.
Yeah, we gonna talk because we got definitely gotta talk about the dangers of it and too, and we gonna mix in MMA towards the end of the. I'll let you know towards the end of the end of this live. Now, go ahead, bro. Talk whatever you want.
Who wants to start first?
Oh, you can go
Uh,
first.
okay. Now, did you know, there was, if anybody has heard the news, as you know, most of my talks to me with the women because Watch is good with the guys because he knows a lot of the guys. I know a little bit more of the women. Um, just this weekend we had a major pay-per-view in Invicta. Invicta is the one of the few, well, it's the only solely MMA women's organization. And I watched it because I'm a fan of some of the ladies that are on the card. Well, most definitely one particular lady, one Miss Tanisha Triple Threat Tennant. Now, Miss Tennant, she's been in MMA quite some time. She's a sister, and I want to support her. And also, there was another sister on the card, a former UFC fighter by the name of Danielle Dynamite Taylor. Now, this was the first UFC card where you had two black women fighting for vacated titles. They're fighting for Tanisha was fighting for the bantamweight title, and Danielle was fighting for the vacated strawweight title. Both of them fighting for vacated titles. And Tanisha's fight, she dominated. She was up against a girl named Lisa, the Battle Angel. I don't say her name because I want to get it wrong. And she dominated that fight. In the first round, she knocked the girl down. Girl got back up because they saved by the bell. The second round, they shitted her out of a knockout because the referee stopped it because of he saw water on the mat, and then stopped it. She was killing Lisa. Lisa, she was killing her. The girl could have been knocked out in that second round if it wasn't for that stoppage. Give her time to breathe because she was just barely getting over from that first round knockout, and she just put on a dominant performance, and she earned that title. And it was a great thing because I'm a fan of Tanisha Tennant. As you know, she was shitted out opportunity to be in UFC, and when she fought in Dana White's Contender Series, and they gave it to a fighter who did not have no MMA background, not even she was an amateur boxer, Danielle Wolf, and that was just some BS. I'm trying to clean up a little bit because I know I don't want you to get to, how you two give your things, tap yourself down there, and it was just unfair. So Tanisha went back, and she just fixed some things. She shook it off. She gets the opportunity to fight for this title, and she took it. Then the next night, the main event was between Danielle Taylor versus Emily Ducote. Now, Emily Ducote, if you know about her, she's fought for the title a couple of times. She fought for it last year against a Japanese fighter by the name of Murata, who won the title, and then she got picked up by the UFC. Now, was it supposed to be around this year? Emily was supposed to face against a fighter by the name of Montserrat Ruiz. But because somebody in one of the camps had got the virus, the fight was called off, and boom. But Ruiz got picked up by the UFC. So Daniel Taylor was next in line for the title shot. And the fight started off kind of tentative, just feeling each other. Emily hits Danielle with a right across the temple. Danielle was standing like she was in freeze mode. And Emily hit her with a head kick, and she went flat out on her back. And I said, damn, I was hoping the sister to win, especially after she got cut for the UFC. See, and people don't know this. Danielle fought Wally Zhang just maybe a fight before she got an opportunity to fight for the title, and they cut her after a 2-fight losing streak, where there were two other former UFC fighters on that card, Laura Mueller and Jody Escobar, who were on longer fighting streaks. One thing, Escobar, when she came in, she hadn't even won a fight when she started. And Laura Mueller, she was like a 2 or 3 fight losing streak, while Danielle only lost 2 fights. And you know, and this thing about UFC, it's about not about the content of the fight, it's more about the complexion. You know, and that was just unfair what happened to her. That was just dirty.
Real dirty. It sure was, man. It sure was.
Yeah.
So shout out to everybody. If anybody wants to donate, you see it flash on the screen. Please like, share, subscribe to my channel. Underrated Darkness. I do have a Cash App. It's $ capital JT 53000. Or I also have PayPal. It's paypal.me/ all in caps JT Black 53. Hit the like button, share this out. Please share this out. Because you know, hey, we doing it. We doing this every Sunday. We're gonna get back into it. And also I want you to go support the brothers that's on the chat in the panel too. So now Umar fought a few days ago, right?
Usman,
yeah.
No, he will fight till November.
Oh, November. I must see that must be the old match. Okay, fight to November. Okay. All right, yeah. We gonna touch on that. Oh yeah, let me shout out before we continue. Let me shout out to Ace Gotcha. He's don't feel good. So brother, be well. He said he would be back next week. So get well, my brother. Get well. So we got brother Watcher from down under. We got the boxing and MMA extraordinaire. Then we got the other MMA extraordinaire, and also the emperor of female bodybuilding, brother George Ray, brother G. I have to call you brother G now. I'm gonna call you brother G now.
I appreciate we came on one of my talks. I think it was the one where I was talking with Sheila Orlig. You said someone, yeah, she's competing in the Olympia in about a couple of months, and she's a nice lady. We've been talking to her back and forth from IG, and she had time for me to do an interview, and I appreciate you coming by.
I appreciate it, but I like the dark skin one. Oh my god.
Which one's that?
There's so many.
Like I said, if you don't know, I just hit 500 subscribers.
Congratulations, yo! Let's push it. Let's push it. We got to push it, y'all. We got to push him, get his G and everything. But congratulations to you. But that dark skin one, man. Man, she got a run point. Man, see, you gonna make me. No. I ain't gonna do that like that. So, be back to MMA.
Oh my god!
Back to MMA. All right, brothers. Let's talk about the matches that happened this past weekend. What do y'all think about it? The shocker. First, let's talk about the shocker.
Well, the one thing is I think when AJ McKee who took out Pitbull. I think that was that was a big thing because Pitbull was undefeated. He had 2 titles. I think he held the if watching correct me, I think he held the lightweight title and the featherweight title.
Yeah.
And I think AJ won the featherweight, I believe.
Okay. Yeah, AJ was moving up, I think.
Yeah. And he put a head kick on Pitbull because he got him against the cage. Boom, it was over.
Yeah.
He submitted him, at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did, right.
If they have a rematch, Pitbull has.
I think do they? That's a good question because I was trying to figure that out myself.
Yeah, I think Pitbull probably fighting another guy with a rematch. I'm not sure if it's AJ or it's another guy.
If he rematches AJ, he's going to get hurt again.
Yeah. Man, I think he stayed away from AJ. Man.
Yeah.
AJ, look, he was established, but not like he wasn't known like Pitbull to be a killer like that. But he used his reach well, he used that kick well, he got the distance on it, and he finished him. And he got him in every area within such a small space of time. At long range, in the clinch, and
Yeah.
in that grappling up top with the submission.
Mhm.
So Pitbull should really take another fight, in my opinion, because if you're getting done like that against a guy that still is going to be improving, nah,
Yeah.
bro, like you got to get hurt bad. So
Nah,
you should
nah,
take a break.
nah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Take it there. Get an orange. I mean, fight an orange and work on your thing, work on your craft and everything, and then maybe you can get him. And then I think he should take another fight after that, and then maybe we could talk about it. I think he should take 2 instead of 1.
Yeah. He might need to take a soft touch. Somebody that
Yeah.
there was one guy here I beat twice already. Maybe a third fight, but most time you won't give you a third fight unless you win, because it's just general rule of anytime you do a trilogy fight, you have to win one and lose the other, and then you have a third fight just to break that tie. So generally, you're not going to see a trilogy fight if you don't have you don't have one opponent wins one and one has the other. It's kind of like with Wilder and Tyson Fury. You have that draw between them, and you have Tyson that won that one fight, and you want that in Willie's. Wilder's revenge.
Yeah, I think I think he should get 2 tune-up fights. I think he should get an orange, and then after that he get a lemon and dust them off. Don't. We want to see no unanimous. We don't want to see, just dust them off. Then we can talk. You talking AJ now? Like Brother Watcher say, you got hurt last time, and next time you might be a Connor, a snap ankle.
Oh my God. Frosted Lucky Charms.
What's a Lucky Charms? It's mercifully you got your ankle broken. I'm just saying. I love that. Amen. People say you mean I love it, and come to find out, that snake Dana White still trying to push him.
That's how this Dana White. This is how Dana White works like this. Conor McGregor is his bottom bitch. Excuse my language, but that's what he is. He's the one. He's the one that makes the big money. He gets the big attention. There's no point for a fight. All right, you beat Dustin Poirier the first time, then Dustin knocked you out, and you got your leg broken. There's no point for a fight. But because that is his, like I said again, his bottom B, he's going to give him the opportunity to fight. And I mean, it would be worth it because I think Conor McGregor, he's broken. I think Khabib broke Conor. People don't want to believe it, but Khabib broke Conor.
Yeah. He went through him like he ain't there. I remember I see. How we get back to it? I remember when I see the fight. It's like you ask a Tonka toy truck race an 18-wheeler. That's not gonna happen. He never gonna win. That's what he did to Carter. He went through him like ain't nothing. Okay, let me get this thing going. Get work for him, and that's what it was. I mean, that's what it was.
He refuses to improve.
Mm-hmm.
He refuses to do it. And I mean, like I said, dude, there are guys Conor could have fought back before he was coming up. Like even with the Dos Anjos fight, right? He would have lost that fight in my eyes. He would have lost that fight. But Nate Diaz sorted that out, and he almost sorted it out twice. Right, and remember that Poirier fight? That was freaking a while back, man. Like 2014, all the way up to 2021. Yeah. Like
7 years ago.
You see who changed, But I'm getting sick of Conor. And I mean, I don't even hate Conor. I just think he's very good. He's very good at marketing himself and making out like he's the victim. He really is. It's truly a talent, but. Again, that Khabib fight for me is, and I'm not even a big fan of Khabib these days either, but again, even if we want to complain about the leg break, who was winning the damn fight? Conor, what did Conor do in that fight? He got beat everywhere. He's getting clipped with uppercuts and shit, He wasn't even kicking in the right spot, I mean, I don't know, man. I'm not interested anymore in the facade side of it. This is ridiculous. Him and Nate Diaz in the same category. They're just both fucking whiners. The biggest complainers in this sport. I swear, man.
It is, and let me before you get to your point, brother Jordan. Let me read from TS Box. Shout out to TS Boxing. He said Poirier fluked that third win. They have a fourth fight. What do y'all think about that?
No, that's not. It's not worth the money or the time. I know Danny just doing it because he wants to stroke the ego of his boy, but it's not worth it. You are done. You know him. This is a list of fighters that need to go here retire. Connor, Nate Diaz, Donald Cerrone, Frankie Edgar, Clay Guida. I mean, a lot of these guys need to go ahead. I know this is all they know, but you know what? Find something. Become a coach. Become a trainer. As one thing we talk about on Serious Combat Sport is that judges are needed. Too many judges that are at these shows are mostly, um, boxing judges who have no real education of MMA, and there's been some fights that went where they shouldn't begin. I mean, judges giving fights to people who have better superior striking, who were doing all the right things, and they award fight to the wrong person. So it's just that's what they maybe need to focus on. I mean, Conor got the money; he has his little dirty old whiskey, and Nick Diaz, I think he's thinking about he can get into the whole cannabis thing. Yeah, that's a lot of big money now since it's practically legal here in the States.
Oh,
Nate
that's real.
Diaz. Nate Diaz, I've really never liked him at all. That's fine, TS Boxing, if you disagree. But again, that's another one there. He lost to Leon Edwards, and he's like, you know, the title. I'm like thinking, can you beat someone to even get to that position? Like,
No,
don't even go there, man. Seriously. I mean, his brother's coming back. I mean, he fought Robbie Lawler back in 2004.
that's what that's what
Imagine Nick Diaz coming back, a scarecrow, Nick Diaz coming back to fight Big Robbie Lawler. Huh?
oh
Robbie
god,
Lawler lost to Neil Magny. He got his ass handed to him. I mean, Neil Magny is not the most, vicious of fighters, but my God, man, like, some of these matchups, I don't know, dude. Like,
yeah,
shit,
because
man.
Frankie supposed to be fighting on that same card with Usman, and that's also the card we're having Rose Namajunas versus Wally Zhang too. And I
Mhm.
think this is the thing about that one. Wally Zhang, she needs to step back because she needs to step back from taking Rose. What she should do is, Joanna, we call her Joanna Bojangles, Joanna Jacek. She's been sitting on her tail since it's been almost 2 years since she last fought. Since she took when she looked like she was one of the aliens from Mars Attack, and she needs to go ahead. Her and Zhang fight that second fight because there was always talks that people feel like that Joanna could have won that fight, but because of the damage and because she had that humongous hematoma on her head, humongous hematoma, they gave that fight to Wale, and I think they say Wale was the most difficult fight she ever had. But they give him Wale the automatic um you know, a rematch like they did to with Joanna, but they didn't give it to Andrea Jessica Andrade where she lost, but because it's about the the complexion of the fight, not the content. Because with Joanna, she's been long-standing champion. She's popular. That's why they gave it to her. And with Wally Jane, because the UFC trying to break into that Asian market with China and other countries like South Korea, and I think there was originally going to plan to do the fight in either Singapore or Thailand because Rose didn't want to travel. She didn't want to do this. She did the whole a bit of Red and Dead thing. They catered to the racists and also to a lot of the prejudices of So that's why they had to fight here in the United States. But they said if they had to fight in like they would with the Andrade and Zane fight like they did in China, that's what the market tried to get.
How funny is it that Andrade, who was the champion,
Hmm.
had to go to foreign territory to, and no problem, just went to China, had the fight, lost the title there. But with Rose, who's a challenger,
Hmm.
who beat Andrade, who Whaley beat before she did, um, she gets to dictate that Whaley comes to the States. And I know the UFC, obviously have the final say, but I'm just saying Rose is just one of the most fucking privileged fighters I've seen in my life. Like her fans, people around her team. She was losing that fight to Whaley. Her leg was getting pieced up. She landed that head kick. What happens if that kick doesn't land this time? Huh?
Mhm.
I've never rated Rose, and look, people are going to disagree with me, but if you fight Rose, if you really do fight her, right, she folds. I mean, look at little 4'11" or 3 foot tall Andrade. She busted her upside the head with one right hook, and her face was like a balloon, like Conor McGregor's foot. Like I swear, dude. Like, I just don't understand. Like, they should have the rematch. I'm seeing channels saying it's so weird that there's a rematch. And I think Joanna and Wei Li Zhang, I thought Joanna won that fight. I really thought she did. I mean, she almost knocked her out. Didn't Wei Li's corner, like, carry her back?
I
like,
believe so. Yeah.
after
that's-
she kicked her in the jaw. It was crazy
Yeah.
fight.
And like I said, and with Joanna, she's never been no heavy hitter. She can throw a lot of punches. She has good takedown defense, but she's never been no heavy hitter, and that was probably saying.
No.
Reason why she beat Jessica. Jessica is one dimensional. She's just.
Yeah.
I remember when people talking about how Jessica's going to beat Valentina Shevchenko with that one punch, and like this. And I like movies, and it was like the scene between the Hulk and Thanos. Remember, Hulk was doing pretty good. He was doing pretty good, but Thanos put that tail on wax, and that was Valentina. She was Thanos, while Jessica Andrade was the Hulk, getting put into a crucifix and get it and rammed the head. And I used to like Rose. I used to have a lot of respect for her, but she just, I don't know, she just really has turned me off the last few months. I mean, the stuff she's been talking about, and just she comes on, she does a little Sunday church thing, and it's wild. It's just.
I seen that at times that all right, I understand. All right, you just throw punches or something, but that's what I'm saying. You got to do other phase, grappling. You got to do a submission. You got to take down that. So when she don't do those things, she's boring. It's like, oh boy, what somebody, what's you going to do?
I'm telling you, you fight her ass, she'll fold. She's not all that like people make her out to be. And that's the thing with a lot of MMA fans. They see, and it helps. She's a white girl from America.
No, actually,
Yeah.
Actually, she's not really American per se. Her family is, I think, Lithuanian. She's not really from America per se. She's Lithuanian.
Well, actually, I saw she was really trying to
Yeah.
But even that shit, like she was talking about freaking China, and like saying, Wei Li's people are this and that. Like, sorry, I'm not a fan. Like, I'm just not a fan of what you stand for. Like,
If anything, if anything, she said anything about Chinese, but wait a minute. I know said Chinese are communists, but so are Russians. But you're cool with Valentina Shevchenko, who's from Kazakhstan, which is a part of the Russian territory. So
Rose is full of shit. She's full of shit, dude.
Yeah,
she really is. Will she ever fight Valentina? No, because she knows what will happen. I've seen them spar together. Fucking, that was getting whooped, nice and proper.
Brutal. She's not ever. They wanted to do a fight between her. It was one thing was when Dana's you saw Dana's face when he put that belt around, because anytime he put a belt on somebody he likes, he's smiling. He got a face from ear to ear. But he put the belt on Rose, he wasn't smiling that much because he saw that fight between Zhang and Valentina went down the drain. That's what he wanted to do.
I got a joke. You want to hear it?
Go ahead.
There is Ennis, Boo Ennis. They got this syndrome. I don't know Ennis. I don't know Ennis. Just like I don't know Valentine. Who Valentine? No, I don't know no Valentine. No, please. Wait, no. I never seen it before. No, that's what I'm telling you. They got the boost in this. I'm telling you ways, man. I don't know boost in this, man. Nah, I don't know. I never seen it before, man. No. That's how they do Valentine. Nah, I don't know her Valentine. You want me to wrestle who? I don't know. Yes, you do. No, I forgot. I really do forgot. No, no. I don't know. I never heard from him. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah, that's what
Yeah.
it's like.
Uh-huh. But last night they had the UFC Vegas 35, and I think we watched because, like I said, I don't follow the guys that much, But the one brother who did, he got a kick 17 seconds in the first round, and
Abdul Razak Al Hassan.
yeah, and I was watching somebody posted on he said he was talking about his son, and I hope that brother got the performance of the night, because if
Yeah. Right. Right.
yeah, if Shine buys obeys whatever it is, he get performance of the night for just getting a head kick. The brother he took out somebody in 17 seconds. He didn't even break a sweat. He can probably fight another fight in a couple of weeks.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I mean, he finally got the win, but Razak Al Hassan has moved up from welterweight to middleweight. And this is the problem with a lot of fighters. They think that moving in a certain weight division, and it works for some. It works for some.
Right.
But a lot of people do it because of laziness, because they can't be bothered cutting the weight. But don't get so out of shape when you're not straight into, a fight. Like I said, dude, Razak Al Hassan, he's got power. He's got like 11 first round finishes by knockout,
Mhm.
right? But his last two performances have been absolutely terrible. He got knocked out cold, right? Flat. He was like an ironing board.
Ouch.
And then he got wrestled by some guy from Australia that's not that good, that got knocked out in his last fight. He beat a guy that beat Jaquan Buckley, that DeChurio, right? That's a good win for him to have. But he's like saying, oh, I wanted to go, the distance in this fight, dominate for 3 rounds. I want to see how my cardio went. Moving up in a weight division will not help. I'm sorry, it's not going to help. Like, these guys just refuse to improve in certain areas. That's why you're getting tired. It's not really, cardio standing up is different to cardio when you're grappling. They're just two different things, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
'Cause you got-
170, man. You got to be more cut there. You got to have better fluidity. Middleweight, he's too small. He's not even what is he, 5'10", 5'11"?
I think he's
He's
5'11". I think he's 5'11". I think.
way too small, dude. Like, I mean, look at Gastelum. It only worked so much for him. You know,
Gaston's kind of
Yeah.
like he's kind of stout and he's kind of blocky built, and he's the type of guy that maybe that weight class is better for him. But I think somebody who's a little taller, it's always about difference. And also the thing is also if you don't have that good wrestling, you need to work with your wrestling, also your BJJ. And this is what I think some fighters do. Also have some Muay Thai in it because Muay Thai is good for what we do on elbows. You can block kicks, especially when you get kicks at your legs. That's also a good form of combat fighting to learn because that really helps out some fighters. Especially doing you put against the cage. Like I was watching the fight with Tanisha Tennant, and when she was up against the cage with Lisa was put against the cage, she was still attacking, hitting her with knees and stopping the foot. Even though Lisa was just laying on the guy against the cage, she's still fighting. And that's the thing. You should have multiple skill sets. Like Valentina, we talk about Valentina. She has multiple skill sets. She is a wrestler. She is a boxer. She knows Muay Thai because she beat Joanna Jędrzejczyk 3 times in a Muay Thai tournament. She has several. I call her. She's the John Wick of women's MMA. She's Baba Yaga. Baba Yaga, what they call Baba Yaga. That's the one that's seen to kill the boogeyman.
Yeah. Oh, let me get this announcements. Let me get these comments saying. He said Absalom needs to go back to 170. What do you think about that?
That's up to him. That's all I can say.
Okay.
yes, he does. He needs to move down. He's too small. He's gonna get knocked out flat at this weight. Trust me. A 17-second knockout. Great. It was great to watch. Now do it against someone who's, ranked.
Gotcha. Okay. TS Box say he gazed out at 185. He gassed out he gassed out at 185.
Well, yeah, I must have missed something in his career.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, I think all they talk about was the time when he knocked out, Michael you know, Bill's Bane. That's the big. I think it's a big thing that and that's been like 4 or 5 years already, and Bisbane, he's long left fighting. He's now just announcing. A lot of these guys, especially, I think it's a curse of any fighter who gets on the tough. Usually they last a couple of years. There's only a few people left that did a tough show that's still in the UFC.
Right. Now, all right, the next one, Gastelum and Lee are right about to fall off the edge into cut control. Who wants to take on that?
I live to watch it.
Oh yeah, Gastelum's getting cut, or they might put him in with Al Hassan.
Oh,
They might do that. Al Hassan might beat someone that's ranked. As for Kevin Lee, he's in the shit now. If he wasn't in the shit before, he's in the shit now. And I saw TS Boxing. He said Kevin Lee is the most delusional fighter on the roster. He looked up and down at his opponent last night, who was taller and bigger than him, and he had the nerve to say, "Too little." I mean, I thought that was a bad fight for Kevin to take, because that's seen Rodriguez fight. And I think Rodriguez had a fight at middleweight. I can't remember. Maybe I'm wrong, but he's 6'1" versus 5'9". Remember, got a middleweight or almost a middleweight fighting at welterweight against the guy moving up from lightweight to welterweight. Now, Kevin Lee won the first round, but he let it slip, and he's very bad at decision making. Every time the fight starts with Kevin Lee, every punch is almost at 100. Every strike, everything he does is almost at 100%. And people ask why he gasses. It's got nothing to do with the weight. He tries to kill you in the first round all the time. Look at him against Gregor Gillespie, right? He knocked him out in the first round. He put it all in there. It was fine because he got the victory and he ended it. But if you look at his other fights, Tony Ferguson, gassed. Dos Anjos, gassed. Oliveira, gassed. Yeah? I like Quinner fight. He faded later on. He got head kicked even. He almost got stopped there. And then you got Edson Barboza. He got too fucking reckless and he got caught with a head kick. And he almost went there. He needs to wake up. And I watched that little segment. He did, the Oliveira fight humbled him. Again, when these fighters do these interviews and say, I've changed and everything, I need to see it in actual physical, time. Words can only do so much for you. When you're fighting a guy that tall, in Rodriguez last night, you got to get in on him. And for us, Sahabi was telling him, get on the inside. You have to get in. What did he do? He stood on his jab range. He stood there and he got picked off all night. He got hurt in that fight. I don't know what it is. And remember, that guy was not ranked, Rodriguez, either. He wasn't even in the top 15. So that's a problem. We're at a stage where we're losing to guys that are lower ranked or not ranked at all. Kevin Lee, man, he's got to get this delusional mindset out of his system. This is not working for him. This is not going to work. I don't know what he's going to do, but again, he's got to get things together quickly. Otherwise, cut central is the route.
Yeah, it's how Dan White is. If you remember he cut that one guy because he was beating CM Punk, and because he was doing a sloppy job beating him. He was beating CM Punk, but what he did was kind of sloppy. He cut him. I'm surprised. I like Kevin Lee, but he just what he's doing. He needs to cut his back down to maybe 50%. He wouldn't blow his load too early when he gets to the later rounds. And think about it: if you get to a level where you have to fight a title, then you go have to fight 5 rounds, and then you gotta blow out by the time you get before the championship round.
Okay, so safe to say, tell me if my assessment is right, brother Watcher and brother Joe. So my assessment of Kevin Lee, he has to work on his condition and endurance. Is it safe to say that?
I think it is.
Okay. Brother Watcher.
Easy.
Okay, I was right. I just want to ask y'all, because every time I see it's true, because that's the fight that I really want to talk about. It always slipped my mind about Kevin Lee that long as you get past the first round, you got him after that. You
And
got him.
I just saw Kevin Lee on his Instagram say, "Well, that was a shit fight." I thought,
oh
what?
God,
This mother. Yo, I'm telling you, come on, man.
that's what's gonna get you cut. Keep your mouth shut. Just go back to the drawing board. Don't say nothing. Get off of social media. People, it's one thing. If you're a teenage little girl on social media, that's one thing. But you're a grown ass man who's a fighter. Get off social media. As you know, one person I'm not a fan of is Misha Cupcake Hate Tate. She's out talking about, I spent all my money on. Yeah. Well, you know what? If you spend all your money, you know what you do. Take those movies that Dana White paid for you and jump on OnlyFans.
Oh
You know,
God. Oh, they cannot. They cannot social. They can't do social content no more. No.
no. It changed that. They
They
just
did.
yes, they said that they're gonna leave it as it is.
Oh, well, yeah, you can get your booze, toughed up. Then.
Actually, what the thing was, we say with OnlyFans that you can't do hardcore stuff, but you can do R-rated stuff. Meaning you can show off your boobs, but you can't do have sex on the site. That's the thing. That's what we're talking about. Or sell or produce or sell any kind of
What's the difference?
well, it's different. It's difference between seeing the coochie open or just seeing the top lip.
Man, I mean, you like, hey, you see something go in it. Let me stop. No, we not promoting. We just talking now. We just jiving. I'm just saying that to me, you want to see some Gucci and you see a stick and everything, I'm just saying that people ain't gonna be really coming. So if you see the you see the plastic going up, I'm just saying.
But just funny is there's a like I said, there's quite a few MMA fighters, female MMA fighters that's on OnlyFans just so you can make a little money. Jessica I, Felice Herrick, I think a couple
Okay.
others. Cindy Denoir, who I'm a fan of, she's on it. Also, there's quite a few female bodybuilders that do it because the fact is, the women in these sports, both MMA and bodybuilding, it's a lot expensive for them. I've talked about this on my show, especially about female bodybuilding. And it was that while back there was a fighter who did a GoFundMe, and Jake Paul gave $25,000 before a GoFundMe because Dana White don't pay these fighters next to anything. Like I said again, as mentioned, Cheyenne Bai, who's about a couple of weeks ago, she beat Gloria DePaulo with a head kick knockout. She got performance of the night. It was $50,000. The girl was crying because she was about broke. And it's harder if you're
that's no money, man.
yeah. That's why boxers laugh at MMA fighters.
Oh.
Because you remember Floyd Mayweather wouldn't get out of bed for anything under 10 million.
Mm.
And even the bottom basement boxer still makes more than probably maybe Conor McGregor. Remember Conor McGregor? He got when Conor and Floyd fought. Floyd was gonna get 100 million because the fact is that's Floyd Mayweather, and Conor was gonna probably get maybe 50 to like that. Dana White takes his cut because he let his boy go over there and fight, and then Conor had maybe I would say 30-20 million left to himself. And then that's why he didn't fight for almost 2 years. He was running around spending money, going crazy, right? Because he got too much. That's why Dana don't want to pay his fighters too much money because he feels, they're just gonna go crazy and don't do as much. But still, boxers they do what they do. They still they spend their money, have a good time, but also they're still committed to the sport. He just feels he don't want to pay these people like they should, and these people struggling. I mean, man, coach, we do donations for fighters. Especially the ones who are coming up because they're amateurs or they're still fighting for small organizations. We help them out because the fact is they need help. I did send a package to a lady who was we just fought about a couple weeks ago. My dear friend, I call my friend. She's a lovely lady. We did a couple of interviews together. Miss Chantel Killer Coach. She fought with Compata Day, which is a Hispanic organization. She fought against a girl called Lady Wolf Acosta or La Roba. She won that fight by split decision. And I was telling you, that was great for her because, she had been out of fight for a couple of years. She had a baby. She serves the United States military. She's a reserve in the Army. And, she went and, she came to her first fight in 2 years. And her most famous knockout, and she fought Invicta a couple years back. She knocked the girl out 23 seconds in the first round. I call her Miss 23 Seconds. And she, I sent her a package because, she did my interview. I sent her a care package. She was appreciative. I sent her some stuff she can use for training, a little something because she has a little baby. The baby's maybe about almost 2 years old. and she appreciated it. And these fighters, I just did an interview with another fighter by name Danielle Wynn. I call her Danielle Game Over. I say you need a nickname. I call her Game Over because one time she was doing she was fighting on promotion. I think it was King the Cage, and she's wearing these little shorts on it. She was wearing the underwear, and on the front of it said Game Over. I said, you should call yourself Game Over. I said, well, somebody got to give me that. I'm gonna give you that name. I'm gonna call you Game Over. And I sent her the package, and she was appreciative because the fact was I sent her like my brother. He gave me this $10 Amazon card, and I said, still $10. I don't really buy much off of Amazon anymore, and I sent it to her, and she said she thanked me because the fact that she took it, she can buy you a workout outfit. She just did a camp about just this weekend. She just came home from a camp. She was working out with Miranda Maverick, Andrea Lee, and Pam Bam Sorensen, and another lady who I follow by the name of Samantha. We call her the Wolf Queen, Master Schiff. And these fighters appreciate these little things because that helps them out. Because they don't get as much money. Like boxing, you get paid by the round, and with MMA, you only have 3 rounds for 5 minutes, and depending you go championship rounds, it's 5 minutes. And these organizations don't pay these fighters as much. We talk like I got a lady who's a dear. She's my sister, Lovett Patrick Young. She just recovered from getting COVID, and she was supposed to fight this night opponent by Jenny Ulrich because her opponent dropped out because of an injury. And her opponent, she fought a while back. Vanessa Little Monster Donopoulos just came fighting. And Vanopoulos is a strawweight coming up fighting a flyweight, and she got beat. And they just take this is the opportunity because UFC is a big organization. It's a big money. It's a little bit more money. Even if you're a small organization, your championship in that organization, you still make more money. Even if you come up as just maybe the bottom 10, you still make a little more money if you championship in a small organization.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, brother. Watch it.
Yeah. Man, I was pissed at the main event last night with Barboza. I think Barboza needs to hang it up as well. Mm-hmm. Honestly, man. If you're losing to a fucking guy like that, nah, bro. You can cut the career short, man. All he had to do was fucking kick him in the leg and body and just keep throwing hooks to the body. But what did he do? Back up in the straight line, trying that dumbass left hook. I'm not having that. He could have won that fight. Now we're never going to hear the end of it from that Giga Chikadze. We're never going to hear the end of it. You just get to bang on about this win. You beating old ass Barboza, man. Like you beating old Barboza. Like Barboza was always gonna happen to Barboza. But the point is, like, he already got screwed in the Ige fight, right? And then he won like 1 or 2 other fights. And then he lost this one. And that's that. And when Barboza gets hit, he just goes. Like, he just quits. He's a known quitter. There's a lot of quitters in this sport. A lot of quitters. He's like 35, 36, but he's had over 30 fights, and he's been damaged.
Yeah.
Shit is crazy.
Oh, TS Boxer, is it Barboza is like 36?
It's 35.
Mm-hmm.
Probably is above 35 with the amount of damage he's taken.
Yeah. Because you got fighters like Holly Holm, she's about 37, and she's still fighting. She needs to go ahead and retire. There's, I think, kind of like with boxing, when you get past 35, close to 40, like look what happened with Manny Pacquiao. Oh my God, it's
and then he asked for a rematch.
Oh hell no.
Yes, he did it. And I heard it. While I'm looking, Ugas agreed on it. I don't get that.
No.
Yes. Look, check it out.
No. Go ahead, retire. Run for the presidency of the Philippines. You win it. He's already senator. He always is a senator for the Philippines. In the Philippine cabinet. Go ahead and run for the president of the Philippines. You're gonna win because people love you. You're gonna win it. And just get out of boxing. Most of the fighters he fought against have retired. Mayweather, Cotto, Oscar De La Hoya. I think Moraga, he probably been retired. That guy has the biggest rivalry with. Go ahead and leave. Don't people. I'm not compared to Ali. because Ali, he already had that disease. All he did was just advance the disease's progress by still fighting. But you're gonna be in. You can get end up punch drunk. You're gonna be end up like Evander Holyfield. You're gonna get punch drunk while you still have your faculties. You know, become the Philippine version of Ronald Reagan because he was already in early stages of Alzheimer's when he became president. But the only was he was a good actor. He knew how to read a script.
Right.
Go ahead, become the president of Philippines. Leave boxing. Open up if you like. You still want to be boxing? Hey, you can start a school. You know, come in once in a while. You know, show some people a little stuff, and then go off and sign papers and sit in your mansion. That's the princess mansion. Just pack it in, dude. You lost to a guy who wasn't people didn't think was going to win. And think about it, if you fought Earl Spence, imagine what could have happened if you fought Earl Spence.
He would have got stopped.
Yes.
He would have got hurt bad. That's why, you know, I
Very
mean,
bad.
guys get you know, someone said, "Wow, what a run Barboza had at featherweight." He didn't have any run. He moved down. I don't even know why he moved down. He's got to go. He's got to retire. These fighters got to know when to hang it up. They have to know. They must. They must hang it up because when one foot is out the door already with certain things like this, nah, that's it. You don't 100% have your mind in it anymore. That only ends bad.
Okay, let's get back and talk about Jake Paul. I mean PED Pusshead, Jake Paul and Woodley. The PED pussy. We're going to PED pussy.
Oh my God, that's crazy. I don't like I said, Jake Paul. I think if he loses to Woodley, he just loses to Woodley. That's it. That's all I can say about that. If he's on the stuff, you know, if he tests it and he wins, then yes, he's gonna get disqualified. But if whatever, you know, how rich, you know, Jake Paul's rich. You know, he's rich. YouTube paid a lot. He made a lot of money off of YouTube. Makes all of his money off his boxing. You know what is? There's always that old saying. You can always build a better mousetrap, and there's always weight around a mousetrap. You know, so whatever drugs he's taking is probably so designer that it may not even be trackable, but it's the side effects of it. And you know, in sport of bodybuilding, they talk about how we had some ladies that passed away, some people passed away, and they always point in that sport because of the drug use. But that's evident. That's out there. And everybody knows about it. You know, like we talk about Nick Diaz. He said it best. Everybody uses steroids. Almost every sport uses steroids, but people don't want to admit that when these sports like boxing use it. And you know, you remember who was it? A boxer that got busted. It was Oliver McCall he was on a coke high when he was beating
Oh, you mean crying? Crying. Oliver McCall.
Yeah, he was beating Lance Lewis that fight. Then he just had a breakdown. Who else? I'm trying to remember. You know, Manny. They've been saying years. Manny has been on that because
He throughout the years he was dodging drug tests.
Mm-hmm. That's why they took so long for that Mayweather fight because he had to wean off because they know if he tested positive, if he won that fight against Mayweather and he tested positive, he was going to get stripped. Yeah. People don't want to talk about that.
Of course they don't want to talk about
No.
I'm telling you, because Pacquiao, come on, eight-time champion. I get it, but come on, bro. How you can skip two world? It was 1 year he skipped 2 world classes and he still fought. Come on, not that quick.
Mm-hmm. And thing about steroids, you know, is steroids don't make you a better fighter. Doesn't make you hit the ball farther. All it does, it makes you be able to go longer in workouts. That's the point of it. It doesn't, you know, there's a fighter in Jessica Panay. She got busted twice, suspended. She was out of MMA for almost 3 years. And, you know, she got her ass handed to her by Joanna Jacek. You know, she won a couple of fights just now. One fight she didn't deserve to win. I guess a lady who I did interview, Lupe Gordieres, and a fight she won against Karolina Kovacevic, who was, I would say, a broken fighter. And Karolina needs to go ahead and retire. I mean, she got knocked out by Jessica Andrade, and then Yan Janan beat her, pillar the post, broke her orbital bone. She has to get a plate side of her head, for where her orbital bone. She came back. She's an attractive woman. Her claim to fame was she beat Rose Namajunas units when they're going for when she was going for a climb up for the title. She fought Joanna. Both of Joanna are Polish. She went the distance with Joanna Jacek. And then after that, she got put to sleep by Claudia Gadelha. She gets knocked out by Jessica Andrade, and then she gets beat pillar the post by Yan Janan. And I did a video where I said, Carolina, go ahead and retire. You're attractive. You're still young. She's like 33, 34. She's married. Go ahead and start your family. Go ahead and start a business. She speaks English pretty good. She's Polish. She can be a translator when you have fights. If you see go have fight in Poland, she can start an organization over there in Poland. She has the look. She can be a model. She can do everything. Anything. But it's just go ahead and just give it up. Retire. Walk away because it's getting tougher. The start division over the UFC is the strongest division right now. Used to be back in the day, it was the bantamweight division we had Ronda Rousey, but it has fallen off. They keep pushing Holly Holm and GDR down our throat. Amanda Nunes, who I do not like, still sitting as a champion, and they want to bring in new blood. They have fighters who are fighting out of their weight class. Babe Malek, who just got knocked out by another Nunes, I think Josette Nunes, I forgot her name is. She got knocked out in the first round. She came on as originally supposed to be a featherweight. She's supposed to fight in the featherweight division. Her and Macy Chase they keep coming out because of injuries because the fact is they're fighting below their weight class, and that's why they keep having injuries and issues because they're trying to squeeze in a division they don't belong
in. I couldn't say better than that, brother. Watch out.
Nah, man, the whole weight thing is just I mean, there's some guys that can fight at higher weights, and look at Joe Jones, still not moved up. And when he gets knocked out, he's gonna say, "Oh, I was inactive, this and that." You watch. He's gonna make a ton of excuses after it. But it's his own doing. I mean, he ain't all that, man. I mean, he what do you call it? He lost to a guy that had one leg, really.
Oh God.
And then Dominic Reyes, who's now lost to two people in a row. He really lost to him as well. Even Derek Lewis, he can barely make the heavyweight limit. Barely.
Mm-hmm.
Barely.
Yeah.
He gets his ass handed to him in that. So, they're not going to add any other weight divisions in, But don't be surprised if they do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because Derek Lewis, he was fighting in his backyard of Texas and Houston. Everybody gone. He's from France, and people was hating on him, but the guy did a pretty good job. He was just a better fighter. And Derek Lewis is good for the one knockout. He knocked out Curtis Blade. We knocked out Volkov. What's his name? That was the Russian. And and he's that one punch. He's like one punch man. But then one punch man can't beat Superman. Honestly, I don't think one punch man can beat Superman. If you're Superman, you got a skill set. You can punch. You can if you have more talent, that's the problem is a lot of these fighters who are one dementia don't last long. And this is what happened to Ronda Rousey. Kayla Harrison, who just last was a couple weeks ago. She just won her fight. She's in the tournament, PFL tournament, and that's coming up. And she's talking about telling Chris Cyborg come at 155 and fight. But you know what? You're not going to go over to Bellator and fight her, and you're not going to fight Amanda Nunes. But she's going to go to. She most definitely going to go to UFC. Because that's the organization. That's the big show. Because when the whole pandemic hit, PFL didn't have a fight for they had a fight for a whole entire year. Only fight she had was she went over to Invicta. She fought on their card for a little bit. She fought at 145. She can make 145. And if Chris Cyborg makes 155, well, I think she's not going to stand a chance. So I think she should keep her mouth shut, make your money, your contract into PFL, go to over the UFC, fight at 145, become the Ronda Rousey 2.0. Maybe if you can what's going to happen if she does come over there? They're going to start, telling some fighters to either step up into the division or start recruiting because now you got a star. They don't like Amanda Nunes that much. They didn't like Cyborg either. But,
No, he didn't.
I think with Kayla, she fits the narrative. She's we call it the great white hype job. And
let me ask you a question.
Yes.
That's the one that Dana White got her boobs done.
No, that's Misha Tate.
Oh, Misha Tate. Okay,
Misha Tate.
I thought he did her boobs too.
No. Kayla ain't got no breasts. Kayla's if you see Kayla, she's very muscular. All you gotta do is just Google.
No, I've seen it before, but it seemed like
No, she has no breast implants. She never had breast implants.
Okay.
Dana White played for Misha Tate's nose job, and also he's doing the breast implants too, because And Misha Tate, she's a hater. I can't stand her. She was hating on Cyborg when she was fighting at Amanda Nunes. She was hating. That's not she was commentating for the Victor card that I watched Friday, and she was just hating. I said, I just say you need to shut up because you don't need to be a commentator. You just hating. You're hating on no reason. That's why Ronda Rousey didn't like her. She people say she don't like fake people, and that's what Misha Tate was. I think about it when she beat when Ronda Rousey beat Misha Tate and broke her arm. I said, you know what? I think about that. That's a good thing she did.
You know what I did?
What?
Look at me. Look.
Oh, you cut your hair?
Look.
I'm looking.
I do it. Misha Tate. I said, all right. Let's see it another angle. Snap.
I was watching old fight Misha Tate, and she was versus Julia Kedzie. Julia Kedzie was beating the crap out of her. But then what happened was Julia let the fight get to the ground. Don't ever do that with somebody who's a superior ground fighter. Step back, let us step back up and keep beating Peter to the post. Don't get so excited when you think I got him on the ground. That happened to Randa Marcos, which is fighting Mackenzie Dern, and same thing happened to Hannah Cyphers when you fought Mackenzie Dern. When you have a superior person who has good ground game, when they get them on the ground, stand them up, get back, let them stand up, and see if you have better stand up than them, beat them pillar to post.
And let before we continue, because I want to I think we did enough, right? There's some more we got to cover.
What about you, Roger? What you got?
No, I think we covered all the events.
Because I just before because I want to ask you a question. Then we're gonna close it out. That we do talk about women MMA too. We do. We don't talk just about men's. We talk about women MMA too. So I'm urging women to come and join and stay. Get into get into the conversation, because despite they don't get paid, they fight very hard. They put in their craft in it. And let me say something to Carissa Shields. And I know this is this ain't gonna be no question, but I'm gonna give it to your brothers. I'm giving it to your brothers after this. Carissa Shields, you gotta start running your mind. Listen, you dealing with women, you dealing with ladies that had 20 plus years doing this. Okay. All that about and they do it, and I'm saying they in this all year round. They don't see their families. They go in different countries. You know what I'm saying? This is and they still don't get paid nothing. So Carissa Shields, and I know people are gonna she black. No. Listen, Carissa Shields, to get what they at, you know what that means? How old is Carissa Shields anyway?
She's 26.
She's 26. So that means that to get to them, that means you should stop everything and train like almost 25 years to at least to smell what they get at. Okay? So you need to.
You finish?
I'm just saying, because I hear a little sniffle here and there and everything. Yeah, and then the team that she was on, like Brother George and Brother Watch had brought up of the past MMA lives that we did. She with the wrong team. She need to be, she need to go to this team. She need to go here because you need to learn different. I mean, you need to learn different styles of MMA. You cannot just learn everything one time. And then at the same time, too, I want your brother to talk about this. After we talk about it, we're gonna close this out. There's degrees of MMA. These are belts. You know what I'm saying? This is nothing to play with. You know what I'm saying? You could snap a person's neck, okay? You could submit a person, they could die. Okay, they could put your body in a certain in a certain position that you never felt before, and you gotta find out how. And then strategically, they showing you how to get out of it. So I'm just saying, you need to stop. And any man, you need to stop, cut it out. I throw that, y'all. I just need to get that.
Hey, when she will lose an MMA fight. She will lose one. And when she does, you watch. She'll say, oh, I haven't been doing this as long and blah, blah, blah. But the red light is there. We warned you. We warned you of this stuff.
And also thing is that fight with her and that other lady, the first fight, that fight, she won because, yes, she took a lot of beating. She took it, but then they gave her a soup can opponent, somebody that Clarissa Scales that Kayla Harrison already beat. She has a fight coming in October. That's too soon. That is too soon. She needs at least a year between her first fight and her next fight. She needs to do this. She needs to go ahead and rematch with Hannah Gabriels. They need to go ahead and set that fight between her and Savannah Marshall. The boxing heads need to stop trying to hold back women boxing. Go ahead and pay the ladies their money. This is the fight that probably people want to see. Spend the next couple of years study MMA. Do like this. Go to like Thailand. Study some Muay Thai. They will really put you to work. Go to Brazil and study some BJJ. They will put you to work. Go to Japan and study some judo. Judo helps you a lot. If you can at least have two decent skill sets to help you out. Even do Chris Cyborg, she went to Africa and studied wrestling. That's what you can do too. Go to Africa for a while. You're a thick black woman. You'll be perfectly safe. That'd be a great place for you to study some wrestling for a while. Be like this. This was why I like Valentina Shevchenko. Valentina Shevchenko she was a globetrotter. She traveled here, she traveled there. She didn't have time for boyfriends, didn't have time for this. She was committed to her fighting skill set. And that's why she's a good fighter. She didn't have time for distractions. She got a boyfriend, dump the boyfriend. Let him go. Get away from Jackson Gym. That gym just wants your money and your name.
And they got a long history of robbing people. They don't teach you nothing.
Yes, because it's a great Jackson still works, do some little stuff with people, but Winkle John, he does really, unless you're like Holly Holmes, John Jones, Michelle Watterson, he don't bother really too much. He'll deal with Kayla. I mean, not Kayla. He'll deal with Carissa because she's a name and she brings us some money. But most other fighters, they might work with Great Jackson, but they really work with Winkle John.
Okay, Brother Watcher.
I think when I mute.
I can't add much more to that. I mean, you covered the base pretty well there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we cover everything. Okay, Brother George, last remarks, and Brother Watcher, last remarks. Stay right there until I make my last remarks, please.
Okay. Now the good question is, everybody has interest about bodybuilding, and recently we just had a lady that.
Oh yeah, right.
We had a couple ladies that's passed away in the sport. One Miss Alina Havani. She was from Czech Republic, and she was a professional bodybuilder. She died at a show that was in Spain, and I had a Sunday discussion about this. Realize this sport is these ladies and these men who are in this sport, they don't make as much money. They probably make less money than MMA fighters. The men can do pretty good because everybody wants to see the men. Same thing with the women. And I want to recognize we did a discussion that it's me and some professional bodybuilders. We talk about it, and people got to realize this sport you have to do sport for a passion. The women that do this sport, they don't make as much money as their male counterparts. One show they had in Texas, the men bodybuilders got $30,000. they didn't have female bodybuilding, they had women's physique, which is kind of like a watered down version of female bodybuilding. The lady got $6,000. You have to, these women, they really work hard. They have to, get ready, hair, makeup, travel expenses. I got a few ladies who I followed the interviews with. They're doing a show in Savannah in a few days, and I support them. I try to see them a little care package because they can use stuff to maybe help them out a little doing training. And I want people to realize, give bodybuilding a chance. Don't look at it as this sport. It's just, and also I respect for these ladies. My man Underrated Darkest, he gets excited by some of the ladies. And these are beautiful women. Some of them, yes, they're gonna look a little hard. You're gonna have some women look a little hard. Some not look as feminine as others, but there are some women who are very beautiful, very attractive. And I support this sport because I've been a fan of it for over 30 years. Since my brother used to bring the old muscle mags, I used to like guys like Schwarzenegger, Lee Haney, and those type of guys. And I have respect for these women, what they do, because they really risk themselves in their bodies and their health. But like I said, don't keep pointing that finger at that sport when other sports have more use, not just the drugs like diuretics and EPOs and steroids. Regular sports, you have cocaine and heroin, and remember Liam Byers, he died playing basketball, and he was coked out. But like I said, that's
Yeah. Okay, last remarks. That's your last remarks.
Well, let's go. Let's watch his last remark, and then I do mine.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
watch
man.
it, please.
Yeah, man. It was good chopping it up with you guys again. It's good that we talked about the events and the one from last week as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just putting, I'm just hoping Woodley pulls it off today, man. Because man, it would be satisfying. But
Now, brother Watcher, and even George, because I want you to come. I know you don't care boxing, but I want you to join the boxing thing sometime in the near future.
Right.
If Willie Jay Paul, I ain't doing it. I ain't doing Jay Paul. I ain't doing no P pussy. Not doing no P pussy. I'm not doing it. But if Willie won, brother Watcher, I want you to email me because I might have to still dealing with my niece. I'm still dealing with the loss of my second brother, so I gotta make sure she's all right and everything. So I hope I can watch her. I don't know, but if you let me know, I could set it up, and we can have a special underrated boxing, special underrated boxing talk, and then we could talk about other boxers too, other fighters, too. But just let me know. Just let me know. That's the only way I know.
Yeah. Easy. And Daniel Dubois is fighting on the undercard as well. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna watch that.
We'll talk about that. And George, if I invite you, you gonna come, right?
I would come. I'll come. I'm not.
We ain't talking no MMA now. No. You talking about that? Now. You talking about that nice lady now.
Okay. If there's nothing else I'm doing if I'm not doing anything that week, depending on what time it is, because also Monday I have my Muscle Talk Mondays where
no, ain't gonna be really no Mondays. Mondays like this. I said whatever brother Watcher let me know. It's gonna be like maybe Tuesday night. I don't know. Probably Wednesday. I don't know. But ain't gonna be no. I figure it out, but it ain't gonna be no Monday because
All right, but anyway, also on that card is also Amanda Serrano, and she's fighting. And I'm a fan of Amanda Serrano. I follow her on Twitter. She's also she's also friends with Clarissa Shields, and and she's a pretty good fighter. She's last fight I watched, it was on NBC Sports. It was a pretty good fight. She dominated her opponent. And like I said, I appreciate this time with you. Talking about MMA, and it's like I said, this is a great thing what you're doing, Underrated. We appreciate all the people that come through, who support us, and also ladies, especially Black women. If you're interested, we can use more sisters in MMA because there's only so many. because and you got to really step up. Because as I said again with the Wally Jing fight, Carla Esparza, who was on a five fight winning streak, missed out. But everybody knows the reason why they were going Wally Jing and Rose Down News because it's a bigger name. But like I said, I appreciate y'all coming by, checking my channel, All the Way George page. I talk about bodybuilding, I talk about wrestling, I do satire. I mean, politics. I talk about politics. We can have discussion, and also check out my channel.
You talk about politics?
Yes, I just did a video about Joe Biden. Joe Biden, he cut out.
That's dirty.
Yeah, I talk. Joe Biden cut out of Afghanistan. I say like this: we cut our losses with that country. People keep talking about 20 years. No. America has put in more than 20 years into Afghanistan. Going back before the Carter administration. People don't forget that. When the Russians were invaded Afghanistan, America assisted the Afghanistans against the Russians. And then that's why 9/11 happened, because, when the Russians ran out, we said, we're done with you. And then that's why 9/11 happened, because, the person who was sitting in the CIA was George H. Bush, whose his son is, George W. Bush.
Yeah. Brother, watch it. That's right. You already gave your last remarks, right?
Oh, she got something to say.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying that I'm back in it little by little. Again, shout out to XA Gotcha. Please get well. He said he would be back next week. I believe they are. Yeah, get well. So I believe there's going to be some matches coming up this week and everything else. And come to find out, y'all, next week going to be 20. The Underrated MMA. Yeah, the Underrated MMA Sports Talk number 20.
Hey, Andre, you forgot about. We're supposed to do something about Betch Correa. That's going to be for the 20th.
Right.
Yeah.
We're past that, right?
Yeah, because
no, is your phone still working, George?
Yeah, my phone works.
You sure?
Yeah. I tried to call you earlier. You sent me a number.
You trying to call me?
Yeah.
I might have to see the number again, because I might want to get a different one.
I'll just call you later then.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna see my number. Yeah, call me later. We can talk about that. We definitely gotta talk. Yeah, we gotta talk.
Yeah, oh my gosh, she's supposed to be fighting in October. Supposed to be our last.
Yeah, you see what I did, right?
Yeah, but oh yeah, those Brazilian women. Oh my god. Ooh.
Yeah,
she's more of the white European Brazilian, but she has still that. Ooh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's Lord. She gets it, boy. I'm telling you, them Brazilian, and I'm gonna tell you, y'all, quiet is kept. The Brazilian women on the low, they like black man in this country, but don't tell nobody.
That's why this is something I'm gonna say. This is my previous age. I'm gonna talk for a second. For a good part about the early 2000s, a lot of black male porn stars were doing porno in Brazil because it's harder for them to get work because the porn industry in America is very racist. And that's why they went over to Brazil. Did a lot of scenes in Brazil, and they got some fine, thick. The problem is some of the Brazilian women can't come over because some of them have like felonies, so it's hard for them to come over here and do work.
Yeah, boy, I tell you, man, she got a cup, man. I ain't gonna say a cup, man. She got the roundy round. I'm gonna start making my own. She got a roundy on her, boy. I try to tell you, man. No, that's it. I can't think of nothing like that, man, because I gotta get my doggone shots and give me a damn passport. I have to travel. That's the only way we gonna get there, fam. We gotta get the shotty shot. Get the passport.
Just be careful over there, because like I said, there's a lot of crimes happen. American citizens get robbed. You just be careful, and I would say start studying.
Yeah, be very careful. Yeah, we joking around, but all jokes aside, y'all, take extra precaution. And if you're gonna travel by yourself, make sure you talk to somebody that already been there, okay? Mm-hmm. Don't go to your own thing or figure it out. Listen to the ones that have been there. And then if you travel in groups, stay in the group. Don't be, I want to go here, I want to go. That's how they catch you. Stay in the group. If there's any parties because I talked to a guy, he do travels, I grew up with him, and he said what he do. Like when they had parties and stuff, he stay an hour, he go back in his hotel room. That's what he do. He come out, spend time. He go on his nighttime. He go in the room. He said because it be things be happening. He said, oh, and then one guy, I think he went to visit, think in Spain. He went to visit Spain, and the guy said, hey, you know you doing the right thing. I say, well, yeah, he said he doing the right thing. He said the same guy he was with, then robbed somebody 2 hours later.
Yeah,
He said you doing the right thing. He said you doing the right thing. Go up there. You want to go lead. That's right.
If you do go out at night, don't go by yourself, and be aware. Like I said, yeah, be aware of your surroundings. You know, and know, and also you make sure you know the language. If you do go, you know what you're gonna like.
Yeah, so go there, have fun and everything, and then when you have fun, the ladies will come. You know, just be you and everything else. So yeah. So, but thanks for y'all for your continued condolences. Thank you so much. I thank you, Brother Lou, that you enjoyed the show. Again, anybody that wants to donate, my Cash App is $capital JT 53000 or PayPal.me / all in cash JT Black 53 or like, subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, and hit the bell, y'all. Hit the bell and put some comments on it. Come on, y'all. Y'all gotta put some comments. The more comments you put, it'd be better for us. So if we want to push the show, especially the boxing shows. Other shows too on my channel, but we want to push definitely the boxing show and the MMA. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to get more people. We need more traffic, you know. So want y'all to keep on doing that. So on behalf of my channel, the Underrated Docs is your truly the #1 grinder. If anybody right now that is traveling to your destination or home, if you try by yourself or in group, take extra precaution because the climate out there is crazy and we do not want nothing to happen to y'all. All right, this is the end of the Underrated MMA Sports Talk number 19. Thank you, Brother George. Thank you, Brother Watcher. Very excellent. You always bring it. Excellent. Thank you so much. Thank y'all. Stay blessed out there. I forgot to say, Sheila, the Quiet Storm, she lost her brother a few days ago. Please, send your prayers out. Send your prayers, please. Send your prayers out there because she's going through a hard time too. Yeah, man.
I really appreciate Sheila because she come on and said a couple of my interviews. I really appreciate that about her.
She represents. So she's going through the hard times that people already know. I lost my brother like almost 2 weeks ago, so I'm still dealing with that and everything. But much prayers. Send your condolences, please, because she definitely she going through hard times, and me too, and others, and then too. But stay blessed, and always remember this: no matter what you do, be positive what you do. You stand firm what you do. Don't care what people think about because I grind. I grind for mine, but when I grind for mine, I grind for y'all. Just remember that. So, just be blessed. Stay blessed. Just do the right thing. Stay blessed. And thank you, brothers. Until next time, stay blessed. Good night. This one is Ghost.
Good night, folks.